Hello everybody, welcome back. It is Miss McPhee and it is Thursday, May 7th. Happy birthday to my nephew Aiden, by the way, he's 15. This is my video for my pre-algebra students as we continue with our virtual learning. We started functions this week, and this was one of the questions I saw on the discussion board that was asking if we could look at it together. This is an interesting question because you're comparing two functions in two different forms. Function A is in a table of values. Function B is in a graph. There's other ways that we can also see functions, and sometimes it might be with that mapping diagram we saw this week. The question says to indicate whether each statement about linear functions A and B is true or false by checking the appropriate box. So for statement 1, the rates of change for both A and B are positive. Well, for me, I would start right here at function B. As I move across my page left to right, as x increases, y increases, so that slope or that rate of change is positive. For A, I notice that as x increases, y also increases, so that slope or that rate of change is positive, so that would be true. The rate of change of A is 3 times the rate of change for B. So now we have to actually do a little bit of work and find the rate of change for those problems. So to find the rate of change, to review, you could look at two different points of the equation. So I'm going to choose 1, 3, and I'm going to choose 2, 7. So 1, 3, and 2, 7. And I'm going to go ahead and find my change in x and my change in y. So I have my x values and my y values. And so I'm going to subtract my y values, my change in y, 7 minus 3, and my change in x, 2 minus 1. 7 minus 3 is 4, and 2 minus 1 is 2. So I have 4 over 2, or a slope, a rate of change for function A is 2. If I look at B, I'm probably just gonna count. I'm gonna go ahead and use my y-intercept, and I'm gonna count up 1, 2, 3, and then over 1, 2, 3. So I counted up, I drew that little triangle, and I have a vertical change of 3 and a horizontal change of 3 to get from my y-intercept to my x-intercept, which means for B, my rate of change is 3 over 3, which of course I can simplify to 1. So, is the rate of function A 3 times the rate of function B? And that of course would be false. It's actually 2 times. So false. And then the y-intercepts for both A and B are positive. Well, without doing too much work, look at that. There's the y-intercept. Is that positive? No, it is not. So that would also be false. Now you're like, but what about for function A? All right, well, what do you notice? As x increases or decreases by 1, going from 5 to 4, y increases by how much? Y decreases by 4. Decreasing by 1, decreasing by 4. 3 minus 1 is 2. 11 minus 4 is 7. 2 minus 1 is 1. 7 minus 4 is 3. So if I wanted to find this y-intercept, I would just have to go ahead and actually do a little bit more work. 1 minus 1 would be 0. And when x is 0, y would be 3 minus 4, which would be negative 1. So in fact, both y-intercepts are negative. But even if you didn't know that, it says that the y-intercepts of both function A and function B are positive, and that is definitely not true. Thank you for your work. Thank you for your wonderful attendance and cooperation throughout this entire new educational journey we're going through together. If I can help you in any way, please reach out, okay? Talk to you soon. Bye.